We're up in Cookham Dean, and specifically on School Lane. And on a lovely spring day like this, I thought I would just make a quick video of the route from Cookham Dean back into Maidenhead. So there's several ways you can do that, so I'm only going to show you one, obviously. Now, School Lane, so called because it's next to a school in Cookham Dean, which is Cookham Dean Primary, which is literally just 30 yards off to our right hand side. And we are pretty much in the heart of Cookham Dean up here. The centre of the village, I suppose you would say, is the church, which is just coming up ahead of us. So I'll just take you that way first, and then I'm going to turn around and actually show you the other route back into Maidenhead town centre. So from School Lane we come up here. There's the Jolly Farmer public house on the left hand side, which is jolly nice, excuse the pun. And obviously you've just seen the St John the Baptist church on the right hand side. So this would be one of the ways that we could go back down into Maidenhead, and also you would go this way to Cookham Rise and Cookham Village itself, which is down by the river. Cookham Dean is up on the hill, sort of between Cookham and Marlow. This is a dead end ahead of us where the Inn on the Green is, another restaurant establishment. Keeps changing its name, so it used to be called Inn on the Green, I think it's called something else now. And the village hall is right ahead of us. Typical country lanes, which are pretty narrow and not particularly well suited to the car I'm in at the moment. And the Women's Institute on the left, complete with some women outside of it, which is sort of par for the course. So back the way we came, basically. Church on the left, Jolly Farmer on the right, and we're basically going to keep going straight pretty much, and it'll take us back to Maidenhead via Pinckney's Green, which is another village just to the north of Maidenhead itself. But Cookham Dean, don't want to be discriminatory about anywhere else in the area, but it's got to be one of Berkshire's nicest villages, prettiest villages, whatever you want to call it. The actual village centre, which I've done a different video of, as I say, is behind us in the other direction, and shops, pubs, restaurant, the river, etc, etc. It really is kind of spectacular. So from that direction, the road that we're on turns into Spring Lane, and it winds its way through the Berkshire countryside towards Pinckney's Green. I don't live in Cookham or Cookham Dean, by the way, so I'm not saying all this nice stuff about it to be biased. It's just the general consensus. So continue on Spring Lane. Have to be a bit careful around here because you often go around a corner and find yourself right behind some horses or sheep herders or anything like that, so you have to be a bit careful. Beautiful, beautiful country roads. I won't spoil it by nattering on all the time. I'd say it's about, he says, continuing to talk, I'd say it's about 3 miles from Cookham Dean to Maidenhead, something like that. Don't quote me on it, but it's that sort of distance. You'll be able to see on the map or Google Earth or have you. Just okay. Can go a bit faster here because it's straight and I can see what's going on. So this is Winter Hill Road. Winter Hill being the actual hill that sort of overlooks Marlow to the north, and in the other direction, Winter Hill Road pops out at Pinckney's Green, which we will be coming up to any minute. If we turn right here, there's a pub and a restaurant down there. So Cookham Dean, Cookham Rise, certainly well served for eateries and drinkeries. So the end of Winter Hill Road pops out at Pinckney's Green, which the name is self-explanatory because it's that big green bit over the other side of the road. If we turn right here, we'd go to Marlow. So this is, I normally call it Marlow Road. My sat-nav's saying it's called First Platte Road, which is an area of Maidenhead. But it's the road to Marlow, even if it's not called Marlow Road. So we turn right there to go to Pinckney's Green proper, and there's the cricket pitch just down there. Cranbrook Drive is on the right, very popular residential area. We've just got countryside to the left, really. The countryside that is between Maidenhead and Cookham Dean. You probably won't see it on the GoPro because it'll look about 50 miles away, but Cliveden is up on the hill directly opposite us. I could see it, but like I say, you might not be able to because it'll be so tidgy. So First Platte, as I mentioned before, is part of Maidenhead, an area of Maidenhead, and there are two well-known schools. The senior school just coming up on the right, and First Platte Junior is just behind it. You get to it from a different road. Really need to go through that red light. Promise. So continue our way into Maidenhead, probably 3/4 of a mile to go. It's quite a nice side of Maidenhead, the northern side. I mean, all sides are pretty nice, but I live on the north side of Maidenhead, and I quite like it. The only thing it doesn't have an abundance of is public houses, because in the past few years they've nearly all been bought up, closed down, and either demolished or turned into mini supermarkets, which has its benefits, but not if you like pubs like I do. So the last remaining pub on the north of Maidenhead pretty much is just here on our right hand side, and it is just, as in the past few weeks, as of May 2017, being bought by the residents, of which I'm one, off the company that's owned it, and we're going to continue running it as a pub, hopefully, thanks to the jolly good work that the people who instigated that project have put in to raising funds. So a lot of the residents have chipped in and bought the place, which is great news, because I can walk to it from home. And we now really are coming into Maidenhead, promise. Station's about quarter of a mile, half a mile from here, and I'm going to stop here and take the camera off the car because we are at the top of the high street, and I'm going to pull up just outside the Commonwealth War Graves Commission main office here, which is on the left hand side, and say cheerio, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.